Welcome to the Tools section of our DVD. While at the Gator Wrap shop in Las Vegas, Nevada, we asked them to show us and explain some of the tools they use for vehicle wrap applications. While there are many other tools available for use, this video segment demonstrates some core tools used by this customer in a typical wrap job. If you are building your business to install vehicle wraps or large format graphics, we hope this quick video segment will help you in understanding some of the things you might need and why.
Let's talk about the tools we're going to use. These are must-haves that you need in the shop so that you can complete your vinyl application. A couple of things that we have here, we have the isopropyl alcohol, and this is to clean the vehicle. That way it cuts most of the grime and the grease, and it is great to use on your third stage of cleaning. We also, with that, we use some lint-free towels. These are pretty good towels to use. We use that to wipe off in any of the stages that we have. We use that to wipe off the alcohol. Another good tool is the masking tape. You want to make sure that you buy a really good masking tape. That way, when you put on your vinyl graphics, you can tape them up and it doesn't tear away when you take off the release liner. It's a great tool to use anytime that you're taping up at any type of application, whether it be a sign or a graphic, anything that you need. Another good tool is the knives. We use the Olfa knife. This is a lot better than the old utility knife that we used to use. We use this knife because it's a little bit more detailed, and we use the blades that go that have more of an angle. That way we can do detailed work, and we're at very close quarters. We can get around and cut where we need to cut, and it's very thin so that we can get around there without any problem. It has a breakaway blade, so as soon as it's dull, you can break it off and you have a fine new point there. You always need a knife. It's a great tool to have around. I definitely recommend the Olfa knife. Here's a tool we call the air release tool. It's got a retractable point. Every once in a while, you're going to get a bubble, and the best way to get rid of the bubble is to use a pinpoint instead of a knife, because a knife, you're going to make a slash, and then it's going to have a tendency to pull away from itself and continue to tear. It's retractable. That way you don't poke yourself, and you can always stick it in your pocket or your pouch. I want to talk about two tape measures that you're going to use. The first one is the flexible tape measure. You can use this around contours, especially around the Viper, and it's also a delicate tape. That way we don't scratch the vehicle. Another good tape that we use is the center point tape. It's a great tape around flat surfaces, and it also has a center point. Like if you have 12 inches, if you take the center of that, it'll be 6 inches, and there's a 12 right there. And that way you're not guessing where the center point is on your vehicle. Let's talk about the type of squeegees that we use. We use a felt tip squeegee, and we apply a fiberglass tape on it. The felt tip is so that it's soft on the material, and we use the fiberglass tape for slidability, so it eliminates scratches as we slide it along the vehicle graphic. We also use the wider squeegee for bigger areas. That way we can cover the areas a lot quicker. We use the Primer 94 for deep body channels or any area where the lifting is going to happen when you stretch the vinyl over the channel. We apply this on the vehicle for about 10 or 15 minutes. We allow it to dry, and then we put the vinyl over the primer, the area where we put the Primer 94, so that it doesn't lift as easy as if we didn't put the Primer 94 down. This is blue tape. We use this as a cutting board. We apply it to the vehicle, then we wrap the vehicle graphic over the top of it, then we can cut on the vehicle graphic without actually cutting the vehicle. This is a bucket that we use to organize our tools. Keeps everything in one place, and it keeps us from wasting our time looking for all our tools, looking all around the shop for each individual tool. There are two different types of heat sources. You can use a heat gun, electric heat gun, or you can use a torch. I use the quick trigger torch. That way it's readily available. It also allows us to set it down and not have to worry about how hot the tip is. Once you apply the heat, the tip isn't hot. It's mobile, and we use the thicker type bases. That way it doesn't tip over anytime we're near it, and it keeps it from damaging your quick trigger release. For ease of work around the shop, this allows you to save your knees and your back. It's the rolling mechanical stool. You can roll around the vehicle. It's really mobile. It's a great tool to use.
There are many more tools for use in applications of all types. Here are a few other things we would like to recommend. Contact your local distributor to see what they have available for you.